Hey, I'm Ali. Hey, and this is the Alleyway Comic Reviews. Today I'm going to take a look at Jean Grey's new foray into a solo adventure as the cosmic goddess Phoenix. This book makes history, or herstory, as it's the first Phoenix ongoing comic. Isn't that crazy? This huge staple of the X-Men has never had a solo series. This book is a part of the new From the Ashes initiative, which showcases the mutants' lives after Krakoa. If you're interested in what that is, or all of the books that are part of it from July till December, and also a brief history of Marvel's Merry Mutants, then go watch my first video where I break down every From the Ashes title. And also my last video where I look at the first From the Ashes book, Adjectiveless X-Men by Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman. Okay, I just realized as I was about to get into the book that not all might be as big of X-nerds as me. So here is a very brief and quick history of Jean Grey and her relationship to Phoenix. Jean Grey joined the X-Men team in the first ever issue of the title. She was the only female member at the time, and her abilities were limited to telekinesis. This grew when she expressed telepathic abilities. However, the character was truly revolutionized when Claremont took over and gave her the Phoenix Force. Originally just powers she gained from cosmic or sun rays, later changed to a cosmic entity who cloned Jean Grey, took over her life, destroyed a sun in her image, then dipped. Later on this would be retconned to death. Grant Morrison had his own take on Jean and Phoenix, which was that she is the Phoenix and Phoenix is her, and also dying in that run. Now comic book deaths are a joke, but Jean actually stayed dead for a while, returning in 2017's Phoenix Resurrection, The Return of Jean Grey. She did some random shenanigans for 2 years until Jonathan Hickman's revolutionary Krakoan Age, where Jean took a pivotal role as a member of the Quiet Council, which she later abandoned to go rescue her son, later on creating a new X-Men team. Fast forward to the third and final Hellfire Gala, where Orchis attacks, Jean is killed. She gets her own solo book, titled Jean Grey, where she deals with her past selves, all of this leading to the resurrection of the Phoenix. And then they put an end to Orchis, save the mutants but not Krakoa. Jean says her goodbyes and leaves for space. And that is where we are right now. We begin with a bang. Literally, a planet's sun is about to die as Adani, our narrator, tells us about her planet and her priest father. How he believes that they exist only to serve a being called the One True. He himself was a rebel in his youth, as he found their church to be filled with inconsistencies. He exposed them for the frauds they were and started his new way of thinking. The way of the One True. And he now is telling the people to let themselves be burned, as that's what the One True requires. And anyone who questions him gets killed. If we run when the One True calls on us, then we are certainly not worthy. Whether the road is paved with flowers or ash, we will walk it together. This lasts until Phoenix arrives.
And there is nothing he hated and feared more than the Phoenix.
They believe to kill them as they see her as a murderous beast, but she actually replenishes their sun and saves them, leaving Adani amazed. And this is where their story begins. On the other side of the galaxy, Noah and Cade are trying to escape a black hole whilst on a ship with the most dangerous people in the galaxy. The cell door.
Nova. Marcus Gray.
Hello. Long time no punch. I almost missed it. Almost.
You still want to transport these guys, Rick?
Yes, but I do see your point. On the other side, Jean is talking to Scott telepathically. He's comforting her about how the people weren't scared of her but the Phoenix. She reminds him she is the Phoenix. He asks her if she knows how long she's gonna be out there, as long as Marvel doesn't cancel this book. She lets him know how she has no idea. All she knows is that she needs to be here. We also find out that he got her a ship. She doesn't need it, but it helps her stay grounded. Their call is cut short when Jean gets a distress signal. They say their love yous and she's off. I love you. She saved Nova. He tells her what's going on and she gets ready to stabilize the black hole.
I'll stabilize the black hole.
Stabilize it? You can do that?
I just absorbed a dying sun. How much harder could it be to stabilize a black hole?
I honestly don't know the answer to that.
Just keep everyone safe. And yell if something changes.
We have this amazing 2-page splash of Jean in her full fiery form performing a ballet to stabilize a black hole.
No human could do what Jean Grey did. Not with a serum or a mythical weapon or even ancient magic. Jean became the black hole. She gave every part of herself to the stars, feeling the cosmos as it moved around her until it eventually joined her in dance, mimicking her movements like they were one. Jean rose with the rhythm of the universe and tamed a beast older than time itself. She did not fight. She did not need to throw a punch, because the cosmos simply did as she asked.
But as she's done, a prisoner escapes. She's about to go after him when the ship is about to explode, courtesy of our mysterious prisoner, and so she has to make a tough call. His ship crashed on the planet that Jean rescued, and well, the same planet now that Perikus killed. And just like every other book in this relaunch, there's a bonus page which you can unlock from the QR code.
Perikus escaped into the cosmos, so that the prison and hundreds of lives would be spared. Jean's humanity made the decision, and she could not conceive of the consequences. His ship crashed onto the planet that Jean rescued. Perikus brought death to my home, but as I learned much later, Jean Grey pointed the way. What is the cost of redemption? Is it an even exchange? Lives saved for those taken? Do we then begin adding lives taken from those lost? Which brings me to the important question. Not whether or not Jean Grey will find peace, but whether or not she deserves it.
Let's get to the characters. Phoenix. Let's talk about the titular character, Fire and Life Incarnate. I love this version of Jean. It was so good. I mean, this is what I always wanted from Jean. Her to basically be Superman. Her just going around space, restoring suns and stabilizing a black hole, all while having her core humanity intact. Really looking forward to seeing more of this Jean. She's great. Keep it up. Adani. Talk about making a splash. I mean, she's the only new character and a very important one, as she seems to be our main villain. Her whole backstory is so interesting. Living in a world not too far from our own. I mean, just go to a certain part of the world and you can find someone who believes all the things her world believes in. But having the boogeyman of your world come save it, then having it killed because it's the same person. She is probably my second favorite character out of the book. Nova. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know much about him. Never read a Nova book, never wanted to, still don't. The only reason I know who he is because of the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and apparently he's not even the same Nova. So from what I've gathered, they're like Marvel's Green Lanterns, and I do love Green Lantern. So just by judging from this issue alone, he seems cool. I know, I'm sorry, but that's not much, but that's all I've got. And now let's get to a character I know all too well. Loved the little time we had with Scott, him being so supportive, but also letting us know how much he misses her by asking about her timeline. He wants her to discover herself, but also he wants her to be back with him. And their marriage is still intact. They're still rock solid, even if one is in Alaska and the other is in space. Perikus. Or Perikus? I don't know. Perikus. Apparently, he's not a new character. I thought so, but he's from like a Thor book. He's fine. I mean, all we got from him was him killing a planet full of people. You know, normal everyday stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary. So we know he's strong, and he's gonna need the strength when Jean comes to kick his butt for ruining her space trip. My guy gets out of prison, and the first thing he does is kill a planet full of people. Now let's talk about the controversy that came with the book. Not on the writing side, but more on the art. Apparently, there's some traced art from a Storm book. As you can see, these images are basically the same. And you could say, well, he drew inspiration from it, he didn't exactly trace it. But if you look closely at Storm's hand here and Jean's hand here, they're exactly the same. The reason Storm's hand are like that is because she's using the lightning and it's turning it like that. Why would Jean need to do that? Marvel hasn't really put out any statement. The only one that has is Mureva Udeli, the writer of Storm's solo series, and even he did it in like a joking manner, basically saying big sister energy. You could take this in a lot of different ways, but it's pretty clear that no serious action is going to be taken at this point in time. I can't predict the future, but yeah, that's it. Or so I thought, but there seems to be more. A creator I follow posted a side-by-side image of Emma from what seems like Astonishing X-Men and Jean from the Phoenix issue, with basically the same art. So yeah, fuck Marvel for even like allowing this. I don't know how this went through, but yeah, that wasn't it. And the saga continues. Another creator I follow on Instagram posted that there was some more traced art in issue 2, but Marvel has actually fixed it, and the new previews for issue 2 show new and better art and not traced art. Before I end it, let's get a second opinion on the issue. I have here my brother Sean, once again, who's going to provide his input on the book. Questions, let's get to those. What did you think of the first issue? Okay, describe it by one word.
Okay.
What did you think? What are your thoughts? Okay, well, great input, thank you. Let's get to the next question, folks. How did you find the writing?
It's very repetitive.
How so?
It kept on like giving the same feeling.
What do you mean by that?
Like it's just like this person narrating and just being like Jean Grey was this, Jean Grey was God.
Yeah, I can see that. It was just like one great feat by Jean Grey followed by another. Did you like the art?
Yes.
Anything particular?
The sheet spread with Jean Grey was dancing.
Oh, you mean the two-page splash with the whole ballet saving the universe thing. That was cool. I like that as well. What do you think of the characters? First of all, Jean, the Phoenix.
I mean, she's Jean, so like she's like normal, fine.
Was she represented good here?
Yeah.
Adani. New character, what do you think?
She just like feels the same thing, like just being like Jean is this, Jean's so cool, like, and then like I'm gonna do this. Yeah.
Are you interested with like how she's gonna maybe like kill Jean because like Jean brought death to her home?
No.
Okay. Nova. This is your first time meeting Nova.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
He feels like Cyclops.
Okay, Cyclops.
Oh yeah. I mean, he wasn't that much in like the issue, so I can't really describe him.
Very deep thoughts here, guys. Perikus.
Like, I was interested in how he beat Thor. And this is my first time seeing him, but like, he just feels like the normal generic villain.
Rank the characters for me. Best to worst.
Okay.
Or worst to best.
Okay. I'll do worst to best.
Cool.
Okay, worst is Adani.
Really?
Actually, no, Dad. The second is...
No, he doesn't count.
Oh.
Phoenix, Adani, Cyclops, Perikus. Actually, cut Cyclops out of it.
Oh.
Perikus and Nova.
Okay, Adani, Nova, Perikus, Cyclops, Jean.
I said cut Cyclops out.
Oh, okay, Jean.
Okay. Whatever. Really? You hated like Adani that much?
Yeah, she's just boring.
I really liked her. She seems cool to me.
Yeah, she's boring.
She seems better than Perikus to me.
Boring.
Okay. Are you excited for the next issue? If I didn't force you to read these, would you pick up the next issue?
I mean, yeah, I would. But like, by the way, hashtag free Ali Sean. He's been forced to read this comic twice.
Okay, no. Well, that's it for now. I will continue going down the list of all of the From the Ashes title. Next up are NYX, X-Force, and the 17th issue of The Avengers. A lot of books, a lot of reviews, so if you're interested, subscribe. And don't forget to tell me what you thought. Did you like it, hate it, or just did not care? Are you going to continue reading? Let me know down below.